welcome to my channel, The Angels of Alchemy. I'm Psychic Medium and Angelic Channel, Dee Grewal. And this is going to be the full moon lunar eclipse reading for the sign of Libra. I did do a lunar eclipse reading yesterday on the day of the eclipse, okay, where I go into full detail about this eclipse energy. It's a collective read, but it was a very powerful read and lots of important messages in it. And I got a lot of feedback about the reading. It's a beautiful reading. But in that reading, I go into depth about the eclipse and what this cycle is going to be bringing in as a collective and on a personal, what we're clearing out, what's going and what's going to be brought in. So I do go into detail with that there. You can find that video on my YouTube channel at The Angels of Alchemy. This is going to be, I'm doing the eclipse readings for the individual signs. So this one is for Libra. When we're dealing with eclipses, okay, it's a time of great change and transformation. It's a closing out of major cycles, especially karmic cycles. And this one is being influenced by the South Node. So South Node talks about karmic debts. And so this is going to be about karmic cycles. We're wrapping up major cycle. This eclipse energy has been extremely intense. And like I said, I go into depth with that in the video that I did for the collective. This eclipse is in a fire sign. It's in the sign of Sagittarius, and it's also going to be forming a square to Mars, or has formed a square to Mars. And Mars is the warrior planet. It's the planet of, it's viewed as god of war, okay? So not only is it forming a square to Mars, it's opposing the Venus retrograde and opposing Sun in Gemini. Now, there's a theme there, because when we look at it, Venus is retrograde in the sign of Gemini, okay? And Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is also going to be going retrograde, okay? We've got 4 planets in retrograde right now. But with that, there's a lot of emphasis on relationships right now. There's major karmic completions within relationships. It's like the relationships that you've been holding onto that you know that just don't serve you, and the cycle has long ended, but you've been hanging on to it. It's like it's not going to last now. The universe is kind of coming in and wiping the slate clean, because we're wrapping up very old karma, especially karma that's been stuck, and kind of there's just been this repetitive cycle that's been going on for some time. This is also going to be, this eclipse is also forming a square to Neptune. Neptune is about illusions. Emotions and sensitivities are running high. With Sagittarius and Mars influence, it's very aggressive energy. And we've been seeing some of that bubbling up to the surface. Okay, we're seeing a lot of anger. We're seeing this eclipse screams revolution. Okay, and this is literally a major transformation in your personal and on a collective. So enough with that. I'm not going to go into it any further. Like I said, I've gone into depth with it in the reading that I did do for the collective. Okay, so let's go ahead into your reading, Libra. We have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. There's a definite feeling as I'm looking at this card that some relationships that have been out of balance, that have been very karmic, there's a wrap up. You're ending a cycle so that you can allow a new cycle to come in, one which will be fair and one that will be balanced. For some of you, I feel like you've been hanging on to situations that have long been over, okay, and not allowing this new cycle to come in. But with this eclipse energy, it's almost like you don't have a choice now. Things are going to change. They're going to shift because they have to, all right? You do have here back and forth. So some of you, you've been battling making a decision. You've been kind of going back and forth, weighing your options. You know, five is about conflict. 5 is about changes. And so there's a lot of mental conflict that I'm feeling here, okay, where you're back and forth about making a decision, but now you have to make this decision. What's clarifying this back and forth, you have the 10 of Cups. For some of you, this is about emotional fulfillment. It's about family. It's family life, okay? So some of you could be dealing with, you have children, and perhaps that is what has kept you within a relationship. But there is a decision that needs to be made. You've been thinking about this, all right? This is 10 of Cups. This is the end of the road, because when you have a 10, we're at an ending. We move to the 1, and 1 is beginnings. But you're wondering if you should even nurture a situation anymore, a family situation. So for some of you, you're dealing with marriage, you're dealing with children, okay? Long-term committed relationships, that's what this is about. It's like you don't know if you want to nurture this anymore, if you want to continue planting seeds in this situation. You're feeling very confused, okay? 7 of Pentacles is a confused energy. It's, you know, tending to the garden, nurturing something and waiting for it to grow, and it's taking a long time. So perhaps you don't want to, I almost get the sense of feeling you don't want to nurture something anymore. Because clarifying the 10 of Cups, you have the Lovers. So this talks about a choice and a decision in regards to a long-term commitment with the Lovers. The Lovers this is a card of Gemini. 10 of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. 7 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I'm just giving you the signs. Please know that we have all elements in our chart. But there's a definite choice about a partnership, about a relationship, about a family situation that you've been holding off making a decision about. You can no longer hold off, okay? So, because what you have here is, yeah, there is a feeling of not wanting to nurture a situation. You have the Death card. Something is being transformed. Something is ending, all right? And perhaps what you've been nurturing isn't really in your highest and best good. There's a choice that needs to be made. For some of you, you know what you need to do. And with the Lovers and the Death card, this is there's a finality to this, and there's a definite feeling of an ending of a relationship here, especially with the 10 there and this Death card, okay? This is about an ending of an alliance. So, but there's a refusal to see something, not wanting to see something, wanting to try to force an outcome to be different than what it is, and yet it hasn't served you. Whatever's unfolding, there's a refusal of making a decision, and there's this feeling of being stuck in this victim mentality. Why me? Why is this happening? How am I going to get out of this? You're very consumed by negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions that just aren't serving you, and needing to come out of this energy of this victim mentality, okay? Clarifying the victim mentality, you have the 8 of Wands. It's like not taking action, okay? 8 of Wands is communication coming in very, very quickly, receiving messages, okay? Some of you might be receiving very important messages right now. And I do get the sense and feeling you're feeling very weighed down, feeling very hurt. Some of you could be feeling betrayed, because clarifying that 8 of Wands, you have the 3 of Cups. This talks about third-party scenarios, screaming third party. Okay, so some of you, somebody has stepped out in a relationship. There's more than one person in this relationship. Very consumed by negative thoughts, knowing that you need to take action to move towards better times where you can celebrate and happiness, but also refusing to see a situation for what it is. Because you do have victim mentality with the 8 of Wands and 4 of Wands. Okay, this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, this is about your stability, okay? Knowing that things aren't really working out, but you're so consumed by negative thoughts. Some of you are very consumed by, there's also thoughts of finances, what to do next about your home and family situation. Some of you, the circumstances we've been in have put a lot of pressure on family relationships, but there is something in the ways of a marriage and some kind of decision that's been weighed out, and about a long-term commitment here. And I do feel some of you are dealing with third-party scenarios here, okay? Also wondering if you can actually have happiness back within a relationship. Perhaps something hasn't been working out for a very long time. Are we ever going to get to a place where we can celebrate again, where we can be joyous, where we can have stability? Because we're lacking that right now. All right, perhaps there's some kind of news that comes in that literally rocks the foundation here. Because you also have needing to remain strong at this time, all right? This is the energy of Leo. You have the Strength card. Some of you are worried, and perhaps, you know what, perhaps things will transform within a relationship. Okay, there is a feeling of strong connections and strong ties here, and that's only for some of you. For others of you, I feel like you're needing strength because you have to get out of this victim mentality right now. There's a definite question about family because you have people, you have family here. So for a lot of you, you've been staying in a situation just because you're worried about how it's going to affect children. I do feel there's children involved here. For a lot of you, I'm feeling that, okay? And how it's going to affect your entire family. There's also a feeling of worrying about what people will say. Some people are just trying to maintain the status quo. That's the sense and feeling that I'm getting. For others of you, I feel like you need to seek out family support and help, okay? You do have clarifying family. You have the Star card. For some of you, I do feel that you'll be able to heal a relationship, okay? Because you do have the Star card. The Star card is a time of healing, all right? And this is blessings, the stars aligning a certain way. But also, if there has been a split and breakup already, know that this healing energy is coming in, okay? To heal you, to heal your family. That's a sense of feeling that I'm getting. Again, we're torn with making a decision. Not wanting to make a decision, seeking guidance from the stars, from the universe, trying to find answers. Yes, she needs to take this blindfold off. You are responsible for your own healing, okay? You have support around you, all right? Don't feel like you're on your own, but having to make a decision right now, unwilling to make a decision, okay? Staying in a situation because you're worried about children, but yet feeling unhappy at the same time. That's the sense of feeling that I'm getting. Please keep in mind, this is a general reading. It will resonate for some and not others. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Because what I have here with the Star card, you are completing some kind of cycle. You have the World clarifying the Star. This is the end of a cycle. End of a cycle, and now you can heal. So if there has been an ending within a relationship, you are in a time where there will be healing. All right? Be let go and surrender what isn't serving you anymore. Because clarifying the Two of Swords, yeah, there's almost like this unwillingness. I don't want to see this. I don't want to move on. I don't want to take this leap. Some of you are having to move or relocate to a new home, okay? Perhaps also there's a feeling of a home that is, you can't call home anymore, especially because of the times that we're in. There's been a lot of financial losses. So there's things in that way. Feeling very stuck about how to move forward, but yet you have to move forward. And there is a definite feeling of not wanting to leave something behind here. Your energy is coming up very, very fragmented, Libra. You have fragmented energy. This is mental conflict, being in your head. You know, it's like your head and your heart are not in synchronicity. They're not harmonious. Feeling all over the place. Emotions are running high. Unable to make decisions. Feeling very, very confused. A lot of focus on material, okay, and focusing on all the negative things. There is something here. You've been waiting. It's like you're looking over the horizon, saying, when are my ships going to come in? You know, when is it what I'm seeking, what I wanted to bring in, when is it going to come in? But this is also about needing to seek new horizons. Perhaps what you've been waiting on is not serving you. Because again, with the Three of Wands, you also have the Ten of Swords. This is an end of a cycle. What you were waiting on, it is complete. There's something that you're holding on to that you're just not relinquishing, and yet the universe is saying this is over. You have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords talks about betrayals. It talks about disappointment. In traditional tarot, it's somebody who's laying on the floor with 10 swords in their back, okay, feeling disappointed. But this energy here, this cycle has completed, and now you need to seek new horizons. Your ships will come in, but perhaps this scenario was not serving you. Clarifying the Three of Wands, you have the Seven of Swords. This talks about deception. This talks about an unwillingness to see lies, deceit, deception, dishonesty. Okay, somebody's trying to get away with something here. you know, this has not been serving you. Somebody's been sneaky and sly, all right? But this is the end of this, needing to see things for what this is also self-deception, all right? Take the blindfold off and look at things. Really look at things here. I know this is a very heavy reading, okay? But you are being guided to focus on gratitude. This is your outcome card. You're being guided by the universe right now to focus on your blessings and not what you've lost. Okay, focus on what is working in your life. Focus on the abundant things that are in your life. We're always abundant regardless of what's going on. Okay, clarifying the gratitude card, you have the Five of Cups. Yeah, you're being guided to not focus on hurt and disappointments and what you've lost. Focus on what you still have. Focus on the love of family. You need to, you know, look at what is working for you and know, yes, this is a time of disappointment, but there's something new on the horizon for you. You have to get yourself out of the stuck energy. All right, these are times of change for you, but get yourself out of that stuck energy, because, you know, right now they're saying focus on gratitude to raise your vibration. There's been a major hurt and disappointment and loss because you have the Five of Cups and the Tower card. The Tower card is a change. It's big surprises that shake your world. Okay, major epiphanies, realizations, and it's kind of what you've been holding on to. The Tower doesn't allow you to hold on to it. It's like the Tower will tear down anything that is not built on a solid foundation. So you've had like some major Tower moment, and you're kind of very much stuck in this energy of hurt and loss and disappointment. And the universe is saying, focus on gratitude, okay? Just to raise your vibration, just so you can get out of this hurtful energy that is here. Because once you do know, even though, you know, these can be surprises, something that really shook your world, even though you have this energy of disappointment, the minute you start focusing on blessings instead and looking at this scenario as it was a great teacher, perhaps it was, you know, a way for me to grow and learn and overcome and attract something that truly does serve me and is going to be in my highest and best good. Because once you do that, here you are. There's a definite ending of a relationship here, okay? You have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a single lady card. This is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. But she stands in this beautiful garden. This is her garden, her home, okay? That she created after going through losses, after going through disappointment, but she never gave up. She believed in herself. She had strength, okay? And here she is in this beautiful garden of peace and abundance and success with her Nine Pentacles. These are all the seeds that she's planted, that she's been able to manifest and bring into fruition. And she's created a brand new opportunity and new beginnings, okay, that are going to be extremely successful. She's going to have stability. This is abundance, success, and prosperity. These are new opportunities that are going to be coming in. So something shakes your world, but there's a new beginning, because that Ace of Pentacles is clarifying the Tower. Also, if there's been a loss in finances and abundance, know that you will come out on top, okay? So don't get hung up on that. Now, your guidance cards, you have show self-respect. There's some kind of feeling of you're not honoring yourself in a certain relationship. There's very deceitful, deceptive energy. People are not being honest in a relationship. You know, there is a feeling of third party and cheating going on here. And you need to respect yourself, love yourself enough to know when a situation is over, and allow yourself to receive a new romantic cycle, okay? You do have procrastination. Some of you are keeping yourself stuck, you see, because even I was saying in the reading that there's an unwillingness to see a situation for what it is, not wanting to end a scenario, not wanting to make a decision, and you're procrastinating and it's holding you up. Show yourself some love. Have some self-respect. Know when it's time to leave a situation, okay? Pay attention to the signs and synchronicity. You have the 10 again. So the 10 is an ending of a cycle, but you're being guided by your guides and spirit right now. So pay attention, because they're going to help you to move forward and uplift you during these difficult times. So that's your reading, Libra. I know it feels a little heavy, okay? But do know that there is positive new beginnings on the horizon after a tough cycle, okay? And you're not alone. So many of us going through difficult times right now due to the times that we're in. So know that I'm with you, sending you incredible amount of love and healing. And this was your lunar eclipse in Sagittarius reading. So this is kind of, you're going to see some of this stuff playing over the next few months. You could be in the midst of it now, okay? And this can be anywhere up from 6 months to a year. This closing out of a cycle and beginning a new cycle. So take care, guys. I'll be back soon. Wishing you many, many blessings. God bless. Namaste.